DUI stands for driving under the influence. In the state of California, a DUI is a couple of things. So everybody's accountable for what they put in their body. In most cases, when people think of DUI, they're thinking of alcohol. And there is a legal limit for alcohol to be in your system, and that is a presumptive level for everybody. So whether you drink a lot of alcohol or you've never had alcohol in your life, 0.08 is the standard for everybody. So the law says if you reach that level, you're legally under the influence of alcohol, regardless of how tolerant you are to alcohol. So you still can be arrested on a DUI if your BAC is less than 0.08. A lot of people don't know that. Anywhere from a 0.05, 0.06, in some cases 0.07 can still get you arrested on DUI depending on the circumstances of why you were stopped or if you were crashed in a car crash. DUI can also apply to drugs. So any legal drug like marijuana or illegal drugs like cocaine, methamphetamines, things like that. Any substance that you put in your body that impairs your ability to drive can get you a DUI. So nobody's pulled over specifically because of their age, but this does happen frequently. What a lot of teens don't realize is if they have any alcohol in their system, they can be charged, not with a DUI necessarily, but they can be charged with a specific crime relating to them being under the age of 21 and having alcohol in their system. So there's two vehicle code sections. Depending on the amount that's in your system, you can be charged with either one of those violations. I can recall one that happened in Valley Center. It was a high school party that was being held at somebody's house, and one of the teens that left crashed, pulled over his vehicle, and unfortunately killed his passenger. And his passenger was also a teen. I always think of the repercussions of our actions. So I would say I think teens are surprised to know some of the laws and some of the rules that apply to this. Second is that I honestly don't think that before somebody were to start drinking, they would go, I think it's $10,000 if I get a DUI, and where am I going to come up with that money? So the average cost for a DUI starts around $10,000, but it could be as upwards up to $15,000, depending on how you handle your case. So in some cases, if you hire an attorney, obviously your costs are going to be higher. You have to take into consideration the increase in your insurance coverage. So that's going to cost you more out of pocket just to have insurance. Most companies will drop you on a DUI because you're a liability. The other thing is getting to and from work with a suspended license. How are you going to do that to still make money to pay for your DUI when you don't have a license to get to and from work? So now you're talking about public transportation. The costs of classes that you have to actually go through as part of your DUI is another aspect to that. So the totality of everything with all those cost increases and everything else generally average out to about $10,000 on a first-time DUI. To share the dangers of drinking and driving. So great cause, very important. Again, the idea is for teens to understand that it is dangerous to make those decisions, those good decisions, before you start consuming alcohol. Alcohol affects your judgment. It affects a lot of things with your body. And if you don't make these plans ahead of time, if you drive to a location where you consume alcohol, the likelihood is you're probably going to get into your car and try to drive home. So if you have the intention of doing that, even though it's illegal, you should probably never take your vehicle to that situation because you're probably not going to make the right decision. So it is very important to make sure you make the right decisions.